Welcome back to another episode of the server performance benchmark implementation in Swift using the Hummingbird framework and argument parser. Okay, last time we did the project setup. We're all done with that, so we don't have to touch the package.swift anymore. Today, we're actually going to implement the create model or the model. All right, and with that, let's jump right into our code. So this was from last time. We are first starting off with the model definition. Model definition, something I like to do to make sure that we have all the keys and everything set up. Okay, so first off, of course, we have to import FluentKit, and we of course have to import the Hummingbird Fluent framework. Let's see. I always like to have some kind of namespacing, so I don't reserve a few names for it. So this is going to be the model definition. And in here, I'm going to have another namespace for books, or book in this case. Okay, first thing, every entity in the database needs is a table, or a schema. So let's define this. Static var schema. This is going to be a string, and this is also computer property. It's going to be books. Okay, now something else we need is we need all the field keys for the different properties on our data model. So let's do another enum. We're going to call this field keys. And in here, we're going to have a few static variables. First one will be title, and this will be a field key. Pretty simple. It, of course, will be some kind of string. Okay. So those are all the properties that we need for book. Let's see, we need title. And of course, we need the author. And then we might need something like a publisher. And then we might also be interested in the release date. Okay, that's basically it. So let's get into the model implementation. Okay, so what do we need? We first of all need foundation, and we need FluentKit. Okay, this is going to be our book model, so it's going to be a final class. And this is going to be of type model. And then to make it a little bit simpler, we need, or I like to introduce type aliases. So this is going to be type alias for the field key store. And this is going to be model definition, book, field keys. And here I also have to define the schema. And this one is going to be model definition books schema. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, so every model in a database usually needs some kind of identifier. And the nice thing about FluentKit is that we have some property wrappers that makes this a lot easier. So for example, I want to have some kind of ID, and this should be a UUID. Of course, it's optional. And now I can use the property wrapper ID with a key .id to make sure that all the connections are done automatically. And this is basically all I have to write to make this confirm to the book model. Okay, then I basically need all of these. And let's get started. This one will be var title. Title is of course a string. And the property wrapper for these will be field. This of course also has an associated key. With this I can use my field. Oh. This thing. That title. Perfect. Okay. And let's start with a property wrapper. Field, key, and author. This is going to be an author and also string form. This will be the publisher. Also string, and the last one will be the release date, and this will be release date, and of course this will be date. Let's just assume that all the books have been released yet, so nothing optional. Okay, first thing I need is I need a general initializer. And let's make it pretty. There you go. So when I initialize a book model, I don't actually need the ID. But if it is written into the database, the ID will be set. So I can predefine the ID for the model and pass it in, and then it will be set. Or I can just say, okay, don't care about it, just set it yourself, and then it will be generated on creation. All the other ones are non-optional, and they're just going to be set here. And to confirm to model, I also need an empty initializer. And I think that is already it. Okay, so model definition, nice and tidy, and the book model as well. Let's see, save it and run it. Yeah. I know there's a warning. I will have to find out how to remove this, but for now, don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, it's building, and let's run it. And we're supposed to see hello Arkansas. Perfect. This was something I didn't show the last time, but pretty simple. Executable right here, has a main file, and the main file only says hello Arkansas. All right. And with that, we are done with our create model part. Next time we'll do the database migration. And yeah, with that, till then, have a great day and see you next time.